How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video at Schneider Heritage Farms. Today we're going to be going over afternoon chores for my chickens. They're growing pretty big and we got a lot of projects in the rear. You got the roosting boxes right there that you guys are going to see either in videos coming up or you have seen already. If you're new to the channel, go and check them all out. Pretty cool, pretty interesting on documenting the whole process for chickens. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Today we're going to be doing afternoon chores, which includes filling up food, taking care of both of the waters. So you can see they get pretty nasty. And then we got our Polish chickens over here. Water's getting pretty gross, and food. So let's get them all out of here first off and get to it. Now with these chicken water, as you can see, there's a lot of built up stuff. We don't want to get in the drain, so I'm just going to pour kind of the nastier stuff out right here. We'll tip it upside down. We're going to go fill these up in a little bit. The feeders I already got out. There's two of them sitting here. We're only going to use one for the time being. So next thing we're going to do is kind of tip these over. Kind of get the straw off of them. Push the straw back a little bit. Bedding's getting pretty gross. Pretty soon we're gonna go ahead and change this all out. But anyways, let's get to cleaning these up. Got the waters kind of elevated. One of the biggest things with chickens, especially chicks, you want to help them grow their legs. Best way to help grow legs, lift up your water slightly. See, I got probably 3-4 inch. Matches up with the chickens pretty good. This one's a little bit lower for some of those slower chickens yet. Picking at the ground, they're pretty hungry. These young ones, these Polish, I just put a board underneath just to lift it up a little bit today. Also helps, the older they get, the more they knock up straw, the higher they are, less straw gets in the water. Like I'd say, cleaner waters, better, healthier chickens. Let's get their food filled up. Get on. Something with chickens that we kind of want to teach them pretty young is to start pecking that ground. One of the reasons being so they can start foraging on themselves, and then when we put them out in grass and some land, that they'll be able to peck at the ground, peck at whatever they need to do, and they kind of like learn those habits kind of here in the broider young. But they do that. They also spill a lot of feed, so I usually feed them once per day. Not very much, as you can see. They're still pretty little. But I want to have them clean up after themselves and not like leave a bunch of nutrient value on the floor. So that's what they're kind of doing right now. Is I lifted up that thing underneath there was a lot of chicken feed and stuff that they kind of spilled. Moved around it with me, fluffing up that feed, helped to bring some of that chicken feed back up. And that's just a habit they'll learn over time. And yeah, so we're gonna set this in. They're gonna go nuts over it because they're gonna act like they haven't been fed for 4 days. But yeah. Something we're gonna do today that I've just kind of noticed, because they're kind of going a little more rampage over this food than normal. We're gonna put this other feeder into commission. We're gonna fill her up and set her in there. Can I talk about chickens real quick? They're actually getting really big really fast. We're probably a good 4 to 5 weeks out though from any eggs being laid on the inside the roost boxes. But they're rolling really strong, really fast. I think I got some roosters, some extra roosters in here. Not a big deal. If anything, they'll turn into meat chickens, and yeah. But I don't know if we'll go to meat chickens this year. For surely layers, obviously, because I purchased this bunch. We might be doing meat chickens this year, which might be something that you guys might be interested in seeing in content, but we'll see. Other than that, I just want to disclose that my waters, as I go higher with them, I tend to only have to fill them up like every 1.5 days, basically, so I can get through like not tomorrow. I won't have to fill it up, but the day after that in the morning, I probably will have to fill them up. First off, because they just get too nasty, and secondly, because then the water level's too low for them to drink out of. But these waters will last them quite a bit with those two being in there. I enjoy the two being in there. That way, they always have water. It's always kind of fresh for them. The feeders, I just put the second one in there because now they're getting pretty big, I've noticed, and they're kind of fighting over food, as you can see. But with the two, it works a lot better. We see them walking in there, they're kind of spilling food as they're going, so after a while, they'll clean that up over the next day and a half-ish. I only feed them about every day and a half, too. Kind of when you start to notice, like, maybe I should feed them again kind of deal is kind of how I go by it. So, like, tonight obviously I fed them. I won't feed them in the morning. Maybe tomorrow night I will feed them a little bit. If I notice that the food level's really down and they just ran out of food, then I will. Like tonight, they were completely out of food, so we filled them all up. Took you guys on for the experience. Other than that, hope you guys were thankful watching, and hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this maybe have helped a couple of you decide that you want chickens this year. But other than that, I'm gonna let you guys with chickens. Let them eat. Thank you guys for watching United Heritage Farms, and I'll see you guys in the next one.